Hello, my dear clanmates. Welcome to this experiment, which is my first video. The idea of making a video came because some of you guys are asking about how do I build this champion or which champions do I bring to this boss fight. Specifically, I was hearing a lot of questions about the bosses in Sintranos because of the new flashy thing. Everybody's trying uh, this new content. And so at the very beginning, I was thinking about making a video guide about the new boss. But talking to Lemurs, he told me that not too many people is trying this boss at the moment. And so I decided to take a look at the Doom Tower bosses instead because I think they are more reachable and more people can profit from the guide or the information. But before we go into the guide, let me just wish you all a Merry Christmas if you're celebrating, Happy Holidays if you are not celebrating. But in any case, I hope you are having a ton of fun, surrounded by all your friends and family. And yeah, it's a happy time of the year and a lot of free time to play Raid. Okay, let's see what are we talking about today. Doom Tower bosses. Right now we are in the first rotation number one of the Doom Tower. Here we can find four different bosses, which are the Nether Spider, the Frost Spider, the Scarab King, and the Magma Dragon. The hardest version of the bosses you will find on the floors 90, 100, 110, and 120. Right now I just reached the floor 90. So we are going to talk a little bit about the Nether Spider. Before I go into the fight, let me just point out a few things about the Nether Spider. I am not going to read the whole kit because it's quite extensive, and honestly, I don't think you need me for this. You can read it on your own. But I would like to point to a couple of things. Number one is that every time the spider takes a turn, it will deal damage from all the poisons that your champions have. So, as the spider will be placing a lot of poisons, it's very important that you clean them. And for this, you need some cleansers. I will recommend that you are bringing at least two cleansers to this fight. So it's time to take your Pythons, Elvas, Duchesses, whatever you have available, and put them in the team. And second thing, which is probably the most important thing, is that the Nether Spider is bringing four spiderlings to the fight and is placing a counter attack buff on them. Now, if you attack one of the spiderlings while it has the counterattack buff, it's going to heal the big spider. And this is a big problem because they heal a lot. So the fight will go on forever. Now, there are quite a few things that you can do to deal with this counterattack thing. And it really depends on what champions you have available. Huh? But let's say you can try to crowd control the spiderlings with stans or freezes. They both work, but you need one champion that is going to do this 100% of the time. If you just bring Helmut, which has a 50-50, then the strategy is not going to work because you are going to miss a lot of stands. So you really want some guys like, let me see if I have some right here. Yeah. So some I haven't looked for all the options, but Astralon, for example, is one of them. Goffred, Ragash, Rorik, Tunisia. I don't know if you have any of these guys. You can use them. Careful with the affinities. Nether Spider and all the Spiderlings, they are spirit affinity, so do not bring one Force Affinity champion for this purpose, because it was going to eventually with hit, and it will, yeah, mess everything up. Special mention to Staltus. Staltus has, I think it's a 65%, yeah, 50 to a 65, uh, 2 times. So this brings it to about 90%, 88%. If you put um, the mastery that gives you 5% extra, which I can't remember right now, fearsome presence. If you put the fearsome presence on Staltus, it will be 80%, sorry, 70% each hit. So it's going to be something around 9 out of 10 times will work. Still not 100%, but Staltus is very powerful in this fight because he reflects the poisons back to the spider. So this is also a good way to deal a lot of damage. And okay, so first thing is you can try to crowd control them. Second thing is you can place a heal reduction on the big spider. So if the spiderlings try to heal the spider, then it's not gonna do anything. Also, many champions that can do this, but you have to make sure that you bring one that is 100% or very close to it. And the third time, the third way to deal with this is to just remove the counter attack. However, if you do this, be aware that the main spider is going to attack you one extra time for each spiderling that doesn't have the counter attack path. So each time is going to place one extra hit and one extra poison on your guys. And therefore, if you don't clean all the poisons, then the next hit is going to hurt. Yeah, the rest is quite standard. All the passives for all the bosses are, the 10% max HP hits and so on. This is not really super important. So I'm going to try to show you a few teams and a few champion builds for this fight. This is the team that I use my to auto farm this, although I don't really auto farm the Nether Spider because I don't think the equipment is worth. However, I'm going to run it on the background. But basically, as I was saying, I'm bringing two champions for cleaning the poisons, which are Pythion and Elva. They also both can revive if anybody gets killed. Lady Kimi is here just for speed. She has increased speed for your guys, decreased speed for the enemies, and is very helpful both in the waves and in the fight itself. Then Geomancer, which is the central piece of the fight because he's the main damage dealer, and Nut, who came 4 or 5 months ago, which is here just because he deals a ton of damage and makes everything a lot faster. But here is the fight. Geomancer already applied the burns. Lady Kimi removed the counterattack bath, and so now we just have to wait until the Nether Spider kills itself because of the Geomancer's passive. So as you can see, now it's attacking a bunch of times because I remove all the counterattacks. But the more it attacks, the more damage it does to itself. And so in a couple of minutes usually this fight is done, and yeah, it's very easy if you have Geomancer. Okay, it's nearly done. One more turn and I think this is gone. That's it. Okay, if you don't have a guy for removing the counterattacks, which I think you should have, honestly, because everybody has Wukong and Wukong can do it. But let's say you don't have this, then what you have to look for is for one heal reduction champion, for example, Paragon. And I am not going to do the whole run, but I just want to show you that it also can work. Uh, it's a little bit slower because you have to manual part of the fight to make sure that the counterattack goes to, or the counterattack, the heal reduction goes to the main spider. Sometimes Paragon and Geomancer they do crazy things. They start putting the debuffs on the spiderlings. Then yeah, the fight it just lasts forever. Um, I'm going to take it out of auto right now. Finish the thing. Make sure I have my abilities back on track. Okay. So start of each turn, it doesn't matter how the speeds are. When there's a new turn, the spider attacks and explodes all the poison. So you want to clean them. You want to put the counter attack, the heal reduction is 3% it. So now you have to wait um, one whole rotation. Usually goes in, but you know. Actually, I think Paragon is not 100% able to place the heal reduction is something like 95%. Well, as you can see, it's also not super important because if you don't bring uh, AOE A1 champions, you can actually just target the main spider and you will not heal. But I have here a Geomancer that is going to mess things up now because all three of the spiderlings are going to counter attack and look at the health of the spider right now. Yeah, this is the problem. Huh? But okay, let's see if we can land the heal reduction before the spider takes a turn because it's going to kill us anyway. Come on, Elba. Okay. All right. Oh, come on, Paragon. Okay, it's not doing it. It doesn't want to do it. It feels like we're doing a video, but anyway, you can see the strategy here. Anyway, I don't want to make the video really long. As you can see, if you have a Geomancer, the fight is fairly simple. So we are going to try to do it without the Geomancer. And I have set up quite a friendly free-to-play team, which is this one. We have Mithrala, which is a free champion. Everybody should have Mithrala. Mithrala is a great champion. If you don't have Mithrala, do your Hydra, get Mithrala. This should be one of your priorities. Drang was a previous fusion when I started playing the game, I think 1.5 years ago. Not important, it's just an HP burner, so that is going to be the main source of damage. Seal of the Drakes is also a free champion. It brings some decreased speed for the big spider, um, and also some passive healing and some revive. Pythium is the cleanser, and Wukong is the counterattack remover. So this is a much harder and longer fight because doing the damage to the Nether Spider is a lot more difficult, and basically sometimes it fails and then it heals and so on, but it's doable. Is doable. Just trying to survive it and slowly bring it down. I think, yeah, Mistrala is not having the buff ready because I was playing it in auto, but you should start the fight with Mistrala's cleanse so that you don't have this problem. But anyway, since we have here, I'm not even going to revive anybody. I'm going to wait for Python. Which, okay, I don't know why Python is not taking a turn. Python is quite slow, but anyway, here we are, and hopefully now, okay, I have Wukong, will remove the counterattack, and now I'm going to cleanse with Mithrala, and I can try to stun the spiderlings, and I can burn it, and this will be how the fight goes. Okay, slowly, slowly, you will uh, bring it down. It's going to be a long fight, but you can see that it's also working. You just have to be careful with all these poisons. When you have all this, then uh, you better clean them up. You take care of the counter attacks when it places again, and that's pretty much it. So slowly, slowly you bring it down. Careful with Mithrala because this A1 sometimes goes to one spiderling with the counter attack and messes things up. But other than that, slowly, slowly you will bring it down. I'm not going to do the whole fight right now because the video is going to be really, really long. However, I have here an example. It took me a little bit over 8 minutes, and you can get it done with these guys. Um, what else? I can show you. I can show you some of the champion builds. Um, mm, Not particularly uh, strong builds or specific builds. These are builds that I have for some other parts of the game. Like Wukong, for example, I use it mainly in Hydra and in Arena. So let me move this over here so you can see. Yeah, Arena build with lethal, a little bit of damage, a little bit of attack, a little bit of accuracy. Important thing, the threshold for this fight in the Nether Spider in the hard 90 is 355. So for Wukong to be able to remove all these counterattacks, I need Mithrala's lead. There is 80. You can check all the, no, not this one. You can check all the requirements. If you go to Hell Hades Stages tool, you can check here the Doombe Tower, uh, rotation 1, hard, and for example, stage 90, and you can see here the accuracy required is 355. Mithrala, pretty standard all around, good for everything build, 6 pieces perception, high accuracy, good speed, but nothing extremely good. You can see that there are quite a few pieces, 5-star pieces, blue pieces. So Python is on arena build as well, very slow, uh, quite a good resistance, but it's irrelevant for this fight. Um, Drang is on whatever I had around, really even resilience pieces which are terrible. Seal of the Drakes was built 1 year ago, and I never changed her build. It's relentless. You want to take her extra turn, so she heals everybody in your team. Newt is on a Hydra build. It's also quite an affordable build. Has good defense, but just 150 crit damage. So it's nothing super impressive. Helva, I have her build for the Ice Golem. It's quite a nice build, but yeah, I would love to have a ton of resistance here for the arena, but my gear is not that good. Um, Geo is built for Iron Twins with a reflex set and a lot of accuracy, but you can see that the rest is terrible. It has barely, not even 3000 defense, so it's pretty squishy. Um, well, Paragon, I just built him for the Sintranos boss, which I needed some accuracy and survivability. Uh, Lady Kimi is probably one of the best builds in my account because I got her not too long ago and my gear was a little bit better. So I have good accuracy and resistance, 100% crit rate, a little bit of crit damage, 300 speed, and good survivability. And I think these guys are all the the champions that I have used in these fights. Um, I think, yeah, I I don't have anything else to mention about this guy. Um, so yeah, let me know if you find this helpful, if you like it, if you would like to see some other videos. Uh, yeah, you know where to find me. So yeah, again, I wish you all happy holidays and have fun. We'll see you around. Goodbye.